What's up, everybody? It's your boy M Plays, and I'm starting a new channel, a fresh channel, because the previous channel that I had was really dead, wasn't getting that quite many views, and on top of that, I had a lot of inactive subscribers. So therefore, I am making a new channel. And again, I just want to start the grind back up again. I want to make sure that I provide great quality content, and I'm very active in Twitch, Twitter. So if you guys want to follow me at Twitter at nplays with 2 S's, and then Twitch nplays 2 S's as well. I'll leave the links in the description below. Now this video is going to be basically my class setup, that I'm going to show you my score streaks that I show you when I go try hard in pubs, all that. So if you guys would like to use it, you're more than welcome to. And again, I just want to make sure that you guys have a great time using my setup. Now, first and foremost, let's start off with the streaks, of course. Can't forget the score streaks. So I have the UAV, correct? So whenever I'm in pubs, I want to make sure that I know where my enemies is at, correct? I want to make sure that, especially when I'm streaking and I'm going for high kill gameplays or I'm going for a nuke, I just use the UAV, especially for my teammates as well, so that way they can see the enemies, so that way, we both can be streaking and we can win the game and they can get kills as well. So again, the UAV priority, I love to use it. Second, I like to use is drone squad. Now, the reason why I use drone squads, sorry about that, is because when I'm on a gun streak, correct, and I'm going against one person, and I literally wasted all my clip on them, because sometimes that's going to happen where you're going to waste half your clip on someone, and I need to reload. I just duck down real quick or go somewhere real quick, hide, and then if there's another enemy coming, then the drone squad is going to do the job of killing that other enemy, so that way I have time to reload, I have time to heal myself, and get ready for the next gunfight. So drone squad, I really recommend it. Third streak, I use a Thresher. Now the reason why I use Thresher is because it's extremely hard to take down, correct? The Thresher is always going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, unlike the attack chopper, where it stays like literally in one spot for like a minute, then it goes to another one and all that, and it's easier to take down. People could just take a rocket launchers, shoot it down. People could take out their Titan and then shoot it down as well. So it's very pointless to me, although it's a pretty decent score streak. I don't really want to use it because again, it's easy to take down. Now the strike team, I don't use it as well. I used to use it, and the reason why I don't use it as well is because the strikes team is kind of easy to kill, and it's very dumb. It's very dumb. And sometimes what happened, well, not sometimes, but what happened to me multiple times is, if I'm on a high kill streak, correct, and a person's in front of me, my strike team is just gonna stand there and they're basically useless for me. You can also use the gunship as well, but the gunship you can also take down as well, because again, you're shooting at a spot, consistently and always at the same time, and then again, people can take it down easier. So that's why the Thresher is my go-to, because it's always going back and forth and always harder to kill. Right, now let's go to my classes, correct? Now the first class I use, correct, when I'm running and gunning, going against tryhards, and I'm in my mode, I'm in my zone, is the Vapor, correct, if that's how you say it. Now the first thing I use is the Elo sight. I love the original sight, but again, I just love using the Elo sight because again, it makes my accuracy better. And then I also use the suppressor. Now the reason why I use the suppressor is because whenever I'm running and gunning, correct, and I have a whole bunch of enemies around me, or 2 come at the same time, I don't want them to see me on the mini map, correct, and I don't want them to hear me. So that's why I use the suppressor, so that way I can keep going. And I also use a stock because again, I hate using ARs without stocks, correct, because it's really stiff. The movement is not as nice and all that. So of course, like any AR I can use with the stock, I'm putting that on. Now the gear that I use is cosmetic device, and the reason why I use a cosmetic device is because it helps me get my streak faster, and when I'm going for high kill gameplays such as 80 kills, 90 kills, whatever the case may be, correct, it's gonna help me get my streaks even faster. Right, now the perks that I always use, now you're gonna have a class that doesn't have lightweight, but again, the perks I always use is first one, scavenger, so that way I'm able to get more ammo as I kill the enemy. Second perk is lightweight, so that way I get to, my spot even faster. And the perks I use, my third perks is ghost, so that way I'm not, in an enemy's mini map whenever they get a UAV. And I use dead silence for whenever I'm going against tryhards and they're sound horning, they can't, hear me coming and all that. Now this is the try-hard class that I use, is the KN. In Black Ops 2, I loved using the AN. This is very similar to the AN, so this is my go-to weapon as well when I'm going against try-hards and I'm running and gunning, yada 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 yada. Correct? I have stock on it, of course. Like I said in the previous class setup, any area that you can use the stock, I'm gonna put that on. Now I use rapid fire, so whenever I'm going one-on-one with a person, I have more chances of killing them and my bullets come even faster. Because again, I want to make sure that I win all my gunfights, and I also use suppressors, so that way, the enemy isn't able to see me in the map, especially if I have two coming. I kill one, the other one doesn't expect me to kill them, because again, they're like, where am I getting shot from? Correct? Now again, in this one, I have the cosmetic device. The only difference is I don't have the lightweight, and the reason why I don't have the lightweight is because I want to have that extra attachment, the suppressor. So that's it for my my KN class. I also use the ICR. This is my try hard gun, and this is why I just don't care. I want to go try hard. I want to beat the enemy, and I'm showing them what's up. Like, I can show you what's up. Right now I use the ICR since it doesn't have an ELO, and it sucks that it doesn't have an ELO because I love ELO. Is I use a reflex, I use the grip, and I also use a quick draw, so that way when I'm running, a person shows up, my gun goes up faster. Correct? Now I have the cosmetic device, the perks are the same, all that. And then again, these classes you can use, and again, I want to make sure that you guys are having the most fun time using my class setup. And if you do use my class setup, leave a comment below. And again, I greatly appreciate the support, guys. Now the SWAT, I like the SWAT. It's a really good gun. It has basically no recoil, so this is my class setup with it. I use reflex, stock, and suppressor. Again, you already know, the only thing I don't use is lightweight, because again, I want to have the extra perk. Now the SOG is another gun I use for running and gunning. I don't use very often, but whenever I'm bored and I want to use another weapon, I use the SOG. And then I don't know if you guys can agree with me, but the SOG, the sight reminds me so much of the MSMC, and that's why I love using the SOG sometimes. Of course you have to put the grip on it. The thing is with this gun, it has a lot of recoil, so I had to use grip. I had to use the suppressor when I'm running and gunning and all that. And then the Maddox I don't use that much. I used to use it in the beta, but I don't use it that much. But as you guys can see, I have the ELO, stock, and I have the fast mags. Now that's basically my class setup. Oh, and again, the Titan. Whenever I'm playing Nuketown and a person wants to cap in back of the map, or they cap in top house and they're using the Titan, I'm like, you know what? You want to use the Titan? Bet. I'm gonna use the Titan too. So with the Titan, I have the reflex sight, I have the stock, of course, because I'm gonna have that smooth movement, and I also have FMJ, so that way if they're camping top house and they go, in the corner where it's blocked off, they're not on top window, then I'm able to shoot through the walls and kill them, And again, cosmetic device, and then the perks are the same. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, and again, the grind is gonna be real. I want to make sure I provide great content for you guys. Great content and great quality on them, so again, guys, thank you so much, and expect the grind to be real. Have a nice day. Peace.